That's better. I feel like I'm looking up at y'all. I mean, I am, but okay. Good morning. It's literally not morning. It is almost 8 p.m. Oh my god, I forgot to do my edges. Oh well, I'm not finna get up and do them now. What? Anyway, welcome back to another. Wait, what the fuck is my intro? Welcome back to the ReaLysst podcast. I am your host, Alyssa Howard. I hope you're doing well, and I'm sorry I missed last week. Sorry, love you. Okay, so honestly, I'm really excited about this week's episode because I've been asked a lot about tips on being a creator, or like specifically on YouTube, but I feel like this could go for like any platform, to be honest. But yeah, like I've been getting a lot of questions about just tips, and bro, this tripod is ass. Hold on. Like, why did it literally just give out on me? I have a couple of tips and a couple do's and don'ts and like things that I feel like would help pretty much anyone, whether you're honestly, I would say this is more beginner friendly than anything, but if you're a creator at any point in your journey, I still hope that you could take something away from this episode. So I just want to give a little quick warning before I start this episode. I am a blunt bitch, okay? So, I'm not going to be a rude bitch. I don't like cussing anymore. Like, I actually internally cringe when I cuss sometimes. Growth. But anyway, I'm a blunt person. I'm going to just give it to you straight, to be honest. But, I'm just letting you know before we start this episode that I'm going to be very blunt and straightforward because that's what you're here for. That's why you love me, okay? I love it about myself too. It's okay. If you have been like thinking about creating content or like making a channel, starting to create content in any way, and you haven't done it yet and you're like thinking about it, I just want to bring up some things before you even start. Okay. So first I want you to ask yourself why. Like, why do you want to do it? What is your reasoning behind it / your purpose? What do you hope to get out of this? Like, why? Like, what's your reason? Because when shit gets hard, you're gonna have to go back to that why and figure out why you're doing this in the first place. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely ask yourself why, and like be for real with yourself. If it's for the money, that's cool, but I got some words for you too in a little bit about the whole money thing too. But if it's for the money, if it's for exposure, if it's for, to help people, if you feel like you have value of some sort, like whether that's mental / wisdom or whatever value, or how to do something and you can teach people how to do it or whatever, like find your reasoning and your why as to why you want to do it. Because it gets tough sometimes and you're going to have to go back to that. I basically already said that, but okay. I'm not going to lie. Creating content can be for everybody, but being a content creator is not for everybody. And like, I feel like recently this has become a trend. It has become a trend to be a creator, and that's totally fine. Like, there is room on this platform or on every platform for, I'm not going to say everybody because that's not true, but there's definitely room for you if you want to be a creator and genuinely, have what it takes. And I will get into that in this episode. But if you just want to be a creator because you see that it's, paying people's bills and getting people on trips to Paris and shit, like, that's a valid reason. I would want to do it too because of that. But also, like, those people that are going on those brand trips and living a luxury life, that did not come overnight. Those are people that have been doing this for years and like genuinely have a passion for it. So I just wanted to say that, but just know that it's not as easy as it looks online or as it appears online. And again, like online, which is why I feel like, this is why I feel like becoming a content creator has become sort of a trend, is because, or more popular, I should say, not really a trend, but definitely more popular, is because these creators are, what's the word? Like romanticizing, I guess, the good parts of being a creator. No one's really talking about, the bad parts, or like not the bad parts, but you know, the stuff that nobody would talk about on social media. So like on social media, it looks so luxury and so like, oh yeah, like I don't have a 9 to 5, so I can do whatever I want during the day, which is true. But it's like, what's another thing? Because I feel like that just wasn't good enough. Like there's a whole bunch of people that don't work 9 to 5s that aren't creators. But you know what I mean? Like, oh, so today I went shopping and then I went to buy a Mercedes and then I went, you know, and booked a flight to Paris and then I took my greens and then I went to bed and like did my night routine and edited for a little bit and good night. Like, no, I just feel like the highlights of being a creator aren't, I'm trying to find the right word because realistic is not the right word. Like it's realistic, like, or attainable, I should say. It's definitely attainable. However, I do think that the reason why so many people want to be creators is because they see the luxury lifestyle that certain creators like reach. But that's not something that every single creator reaches, if you are picking up what I'm putting down. And I'm saying this in the beginning because in, you know, a little bit in the episode when I talk about instant gratification. Oh, I'm not getting these views or I'm not going on these trips and I've been doing this for 3 months. Like that type of thing. Like this stuff takes time. And that's why I'm saying it in the beginning. Because if you just want it for specific reasons or for the luxury lifestyle, it's more than that. Like there's actual work that is put in and time that is put in and dedication and effort and stuff like that, you know? Anyway, let's also think about the word content creator or creator more specifically. It's literally called creator. Create. Do you create things? Like, are you a creative person? If you're not, I mean, you don't have to be a creative person to be a creator, but at the same time, like, if there's no artistic or like creative passion in any aspect of your life, it's gonna be difficult for you to maintain creating content because you're not gonna find it enjoyable. I feel like content creators who genuinely like their job or like creating content, they like the creative aspect of it. Everybody's platform and channel and account or whatever is like a blank canvas. It's always a blank canvas. You always start from zero. Everybody starts from zero, right? And you end up painting your own thing, your own image, whatever. Some don't because they see other people's canvases and they're like, ooh, I like that canvas. I'm going to do that on my canvas. Like, that's cool too, I guess, if it works for you, period. But I'm just saying, like, if you don't, basically just ask yourself, do you like to create? Are you creative? Because it's going to involve being creative when it comes to content, because when you're doing what everybody else is doing and that's it, you're not providing any other source of like creativity, authenticity, value, like something like that, it's going to be very difficult for you to get to where you want to get. So I want to get into the don'ts now. Let's just get all the quote unquote negative stuff out of the way. It's not negative. It's just like is the truth. It is what it is. Every time I'm on live or like, yeah, really, like every time I'm on live and people ask me, oh, like what's, you know, tips and stuff that you have for being a YouTuber or a content creator, but like a YouTuber, whatever. I always say, don't do it for the money. Don't do it for the money. And that's why like a lot of people get into this instant gratification, like let down, and they get pissed off because they're not getting $1,000 checks in the first couple months. Like, it's not realistic. Do not do it for the money because you're going to be pissed. You're going to be miserable during the first however long it takes. At least like a couple months, unless you're like Charlie D'Amelio, whatever. Obviously, there's exceptions to every rule there's exceptions to everything. But the average person that is putting in time and effort and posting content, whether that's on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, or YouTube, it takes time to get to where you want, aka the money. If you're doing it solely for the money, you're going to be miserable in the first couple months or years. And that's if you're consistent. If you're not consistent, it's going to take even longer because more than likely you're not consistent because you're not seeing results. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a domino effect type of thing. It just takes a long time to get paid because there are certain credentials, like specifically on YouTube. I mean, TikTok, I don't really know. Like, that's not really my main piece. Like, you know, I barely get promotions and like brand deals and stuff for TikTok. So I don't know about TikTok like that for real. But I know I can speak personally for YouTube, it took me like 4 or 5 months, and that still was really freaking fast. And it was because I had like a viral video. It's still, I mean, shit, I've really been making YouTube videos since I was like 10. I'm 20 now. But, you know, like making money and like from my new or current channel, it took a couple months. And I didn't even care. It felt like so fast for me because I was genuinely doing what I loved. I still am. But, you know, like I was just making videos and editing them and posting them. And making more videos and editing them and posting them. Like I was just having fun. And boom. Like I reached the credentials. But anyway, that's not even what I was going to say. What the fuck? Okay. There are certain requirements that you have to hit before even making money. And even when you hit those requirements, you're not making big money. Unless you're, again, like, you know, there's an exception and you're hitting like really good views and stuff like that. But it's like 4,000. I think they changed it to 3,000 recently. So 3,000 watch hours, which is kind of a lot still. But, you know, with consistency, you'll get there. And I think either 500 subscribers. I think they changed that too. Maybe not. Maybe it's still 1,000. I don't know. When me personally, when I got monetized, it was 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I think they did change it to either 500 subscribers. I don't know, y'all. But basically, there's certain requirements. And so if you're not patient and you're not doing it for the right reasons or out of a passion, you're going to be miserable. Because it's going to take forever, basically. I just said all of that just to say it's going to take a long time to start making money, or at least decent money. You know, enough money to quit your job or enough money to live off of creating content. It's going to take a while. So if you're going in it only for the money, like, just be patient. Also, in regards to like doing content for the money, it shows in your content that you're doing it for the money. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's really just energy. You know how like everything is energy. Everybody can feel. We're all energetic beings. Like, we can all feel energy and vibes and stuff like that. So, like, you could just tell in people's content when they're not genuine, or like, I'm not gonna say genuine, but like they're not passionate about what they're doing. It's, I wouldn't say obvious, but you can definitely tell. So I've already been touching on instant gratification, but that's another don't, is to not expect instant gratification. And I know I keep saying that, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically like wanting to receive something immediately, or okay, for example, instant gratification would be like receiving something immediately after doing or working for it. So if you mow somebody's yard, lawn, whatever, and they pay you for it immediately, that's instant gratification. However, if you go to college and get a degree over years, that's not instant gratification, obviously. So it's stuff like that. If you expect instant gratification on your platforms, you're gonna plateau. Like, you're gonna run into a problem, a wall, because you're basically gonna be putting in all this work, you know, being consistent and posting hella, editing, all that, and then you don't receive the amount of views that you want or likes or whatever, and then that lack of instant gratification makes you want to just quit or give up. Like, you can't go into creating content or YouTube or anything, especially being a creator, with the expectation of getting instant gratification, because it doesn't work like that. Again, there are exceptions to every rule, but, you know, for the majority of people, it's not instant. Honestly, nothing is in life, but especially creating, because it just doesn't work like that. Like, the algorithm has to pick up on your consistency and be like, okay, this person's not playing. Like, let me push their stuff out and see if somebody likes it. Oh, this person likes it. Okay, let me push it out some more. Oh, this person doesn't like it. Okay, well, maybe let me push it to another demographic or whatever, however the algorithm works. But it does take a little bit of consistency on your end for YouTube or TikTok or whatever platform, their algorithm to pick up, oh, this person's being consistent. Like, let me push out their stuff. Another don't is do not compare yourself to other creators or their numbers or their views. I would argue even their content, but in a way, like, you can take inspiration from people's content. I do that all the time, but still make it your own, of course. But yeah, don't compare yourself to other creators, what they're doing, how their views are, how quick they grew, their following, and like all that stuff, because just like in life, everybody's on their own path. Everybody's on their own journey. We're just not going to reach certain goals the same time. If everybody was reaching the same goals at the same time, life would be boring as hell. Like, oh, great. Me, Mary, and Jane all fucking reached 100K at the same exact time from doing the same exact thing. Like, that's boring. So, just don't compare yourself, especially to bigger creators, because again, they're a bigger creator for a reason. Like, they've been doing this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like for example, like Charlie D'Amelio, that girl blew up quick as fuck. Okay, or at least out of nowhere, I should say. I don't really know how long she was creating content before she became Charlie D'Amelio, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's unfair for you to like compare yourself, or for me to compare myself and be like, damn, she just came out of nowhere, like, and I've been doing this for this long. Like, comparison is a thief of joy in any aspect of your life, but it will also take away your passion or your love for content creation if you're constantly like wrapped up in the loop of comparing yourself to other creators. Oh, what am I doing wrong? Like, you're not doing anything. Bookie, focus on yourself, focus on your content, focus on if that really makes you feel some type of way, then work on bettering your content. Like, it has nothing to do with that creator, because shit, 9 times out of 10, that creator is also comparing themselves to another bigger creator. Like, it never stops. So that's why it's pointless. Like, it's pointless. I would also say, like, don't really look at numbers besides like an analytical standpoint or a study type of standpoint. Don't look at your numbers as in oh, this is not high enough for me, or like, this is not what I wanted it to do, or dang, I thought this was gonna do way better. Like, once you post, please get this in your head. Once you post that video or that picture or whatever, it is out of your control. You have literally no control what happens with the views, with the likes, with the comments, with how people perceive it, with the clicks, the analytics. You have no control over it. So don't even stress about it. You did your part. You created. If you genuinely have a passion for what you're doing, you still had fun with it at the end of the day. And who knows? That shit might blow up. Who knows? But the main thing is, it's out of our control. So yeah, like, looking at numbers can low-key take the fun out of creating. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been there before. I've definitely been there. Shit, I still get there sometimes. Like, I'll be looking at my numbers like, damn, I don't know what happened. Or I'll even compare my own views from my old views or whatever. But I had to stop, because it's like, I don't care. Like, I'm still genuinely enjoying myself. I love what I do. And I can't control what the numbers say. I don't care either. Like, again, I'm doing what I love. Just work on, I would argue, make that a priority from the beginning. That way, once your numbers do start to go up, you're already not focused on the numbers. Now let's talk about the mindset. Like I said, it's become kind of a trend to become a creator. Or at least on TikTok. Like, I see it everywhere. People, oh, POV, like, you finally became a creator, whatever. That's so good. Like, I'm so glad to see that. However, because a lot of people are starting to do this, you might get discouraged and be like, damn, this industry is like really saturated, or like everyone's trying to be a creator, like there's no room for me, all this stuff. That's kind of a half empty glass type of mindset rather than a half full glass. There's room for you if you believe there's room for you. Yes, in a way, this quote unquote industry is saturated, but it's because so many people are trying to do it. But there's a difference between people who are just trying to do it, again, for the money or for the brand trips or for clout, and then there's real passionate creators out here who are genuinely putting in time, consistency, effort. They have a personality, they're authentic, they have value to provide people, and that is what creates an influencer and like following and stuff like that, and an actual job out of this. Yes, there are a lot of people that are out here trying to create content, but that doesn't mean that everybody is out here being a full-time creator. It's the same thing with pretty much any industry. Like, for example, like football players. Like, not everyone goes to the NFL. There's so many football players, so many singers. Not everyone is on fucking Vito or whatever, making music videos and shit. Not everyone's on the radio, and everyone's on Apple Music. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing with any industry. But if you think like that and you think there's no room for you, girl, then there ain't no room for you. But that's because you're saying that. Like, if you believe and really want it and you believe you deserve it, you can have it. You can be a creator. Okay, so I put this example in here because I heard it from somebody like a couple years ago, and honestly, I love it. Even if you're doing the same content as other people, it's your personality that, you know, sets you apart. So, for example, when the makeup/beauty industry was really a big thing on YouTube, RIP, by the way, because that shit died. But anyway, Jeffree Star, Manny MUA, Laura Lee, James Charles, Nikki Tutorials, Bretman Rock, like Nikita Dragon, all those people, they all posted multiple reviews and stuff like that, or tutorials from the same brand or the same, you know, like what's it called, like little product launches and stuff. Say they all posted the same review for the same product. 9 times out of 10, we watched, you know, multiple people's, all of their videos for different reasons, for their own personalities, for their own opinions, for their own editing styles, aesthetic, or really their personalities, because, you know, or even makeup application. Like, basically, there's multiple reasons why we watch multiple creators for the same, like, content, if that makes sense, or the same niche. Like, it doesn't matter if you have the same niche as somebody else. There's only so many fucking niches out there. It's really the personality and the authenticity behind the creator that makes you want to watch the creator, if that makes sense. So just putting that out there. So now my last 2 points, or not points, but like, you know, sections of my outline that I want to talk about is solely for like my passionate creators, like those that are like, yeah, I'm gonna be a creator, like fuck y'all. And for specifically like YouTube, some tips and stuff for YouTube. So let's get into it. For my passionate babies, do not give up. You really don't know how close you are until your breaking point, or until, you know, your first viral video, or like, you know, your first milestone. Like, you really don't know how close you are. There was like this example, it was like on some motivational account or whatever, that there was like this minor, not minor as in like under 18, like a mine, I don't know how to explain it. Basically somebody that be digging for gold, right? Or like chipping away at a rock for gold or something like that. Basically he was digging for gold, and he basically gave up because he was digging and digging and digging and digging and could not, like, there was no gold, so he gave up. He sold all his equipment and all this stuff, and then that, I don't know if it's the same person that like bought his equipment or a new person or whatever. Basically somebody picked up where he left off, and within like a couple feet reached the gold. So that just goes to show you never know how close you are, for real. Like, obviously that's just a cute little example, but I'm just saying, like, you really don't know how close you are to your breaking point. You don't know, you could be 1 or 2 videos away. And honestly, that was like always the most motivating thing for me when I was growing as a creator. Obviously, besides the fact that I was already really passionate about what I was doing, but like, just keep going, because you just don't know what video is gonna do it. You don't know, like, and it really be the videos you never expected. If every time I posted a video and I was like, ooh, this one's gonna do so good, like this one's it, it's gonna hit the millies, like, it didn't. And I think it was because I just put too much pressure on it, and like energetically that caused resistance. But like, the videos that I didn't even think twice about, the videos that I just enjoyed making and just posted, did really good. And I was like, oh shit, like, what the fuck? So yeah, you just really don't know how close you are. I just want to say that. Also, create content that you like to watch. If you're struggling with like, what do I even want to do? Because like, everybody right now, it seems like the most popular niche is just like lifestyle, like vlogs and stuff like that. But if that's what you like to watch, then do it, because you'll like to record it, you know? So whatever content you genuinely like to watch and know that you could make and enjoy making, or there's a certain topic and stuff that you love talking about, or hair or working out, stuff like that, like whatever you really enjoy either watching or just doing, that is your niche. That is what you need to be like pursuing. Another thing, promote yourself until you literally are so sick of it, and then even then promote yourself some more, because if not you, then who? And I'll just leave that one at that. Another thing, trial and error. Like, I've really been in this trial and error era recently where I've just been trying stuff and seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, changing on my content a little bit. Because I've been on a little self-improvement kick. I always have been. I'm always constantly improving and I love it. But I want to kind of shift my content into more self-improvement stuff. So I'm kind of throwing videos out there and just seeing what sticks, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. And even if it doesn't, I'm still going to try it again and like just see, you know what I'm saying? Like just trial and error, just try stuff. If you really like a video concept and it's not something that most people, you know, search for or like want to see, or maybe it's not a trend, who knows? You might start a trend. Who knows? Like just, if you like it, if you like the concept and you really enjoy making it and editing it, do it. Like, it doesn't matter about the views, like we said. So, regardless, if you enjoy doing it, do it. But yeah, like, I don't know, just trial and error, okay? Try stuff. Who knows what's going to stick? Who knows what's going to attract a new audience to you, or a new type of, you know, demographic to you. Like, who knows? Okay, so last thing for my YouTube babies specifically who are really out here trying to become, you know, YouTubers. Honestly, I could really go into a whole nother episode, and I probably will, about like YouTube and like the videos, the algorithm, watch time, you know, analytics, how to read them, what matters, what doesn't, all that stuff. I will definitely do a whole nother episode for that because I could talk about that all day. Also, I have an ebook on becoming a YouTuber, and it has a whole bunch of information in there. I wrote it a couple months ago, and I'm honestly really proud of how it came out. It's a really good book. If you don't believe me, you can check the reviews, but I have it linked in all of my episodes descriptions if you're ever interested. But anyway, good thumbnails are, I'm not gonna say slept on. Like, I feel like people are starting to realize that a little bit more, but the thumbnail is literally the face of your video. So if you're not putting in much effort to your thumbnails, I suggest kind of working on that. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I'll be rushing my thumbnails and then be regretting it later. Like, damn, I feel like that video could have did way better if I actually tried on my thumbnail. I don't go back and change it, to be honest, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, again, like, it's a learning thing. Work on creating really good thumbnails. If you wouldn't click on it, don't expect other people to. Again, that's like trial and error too with thumbnails. Like, see what works, see what doesn't, see what fonts work, see, you know, oh, this font, you can barely read it, or whatever. Like, good thumbnails that are visibly, like, not only appealing, but like literally that you're able to read. Because sometimes I be seeing thumbnails on my timeline and I'm like, what the hell does that even say? Like, I don't know what that says because of the font. So just, you know, good thumbnails, but also like readable thumbnails that, you know, if someone's scrolling, it catches their eye, or they can actually see what the hell it says. Another thing, which I will definitely go into in my YouTube episode, or it will be a whole chapter in my ebook, but watch time is very important. Not just to get the little 3,000 hours. No, it's very important. How long people sit on your videos, all that is very important. So just make sure to keep your audience as engaged as possible and on your video as long as possible. That really helps with the algorithm. And lastly, I honestly recently just learned how important titles and descriptions are too. It's kind of like SEO, like certain words and stuff that people search need to be in that title if it like regards to the search, if that makes sense. So like, for example, a maintenance vlog, and don't just put maintenance vlog, put lash appointment, nails, like stuff like that. Like, get into it, put all the words, because it's just really important. And I didn't really realize that until recently, so I've been trying to work on my titles and like descriptions and stuff. But yeah, having the right words on your video, not really the thumbnail, because obviously that's just a picture to YouTube, but your title and description, it kind of like helps YouTube categorize your video and push it out. So, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for listening, and I really hope you took something from this video. Yeah, like, thank you so much. And honestly, if you are, I don't care if you've been a supporter for 24 minutes or 24 months, I love you so much, and I'm so grateful for you, and I really appreciate you. And I say that often, but I also feel like I can't say it often enough. So thank you so much for your support. whether you've only watched one video of mine or all of them, like, I love you and I'm so grateful for you. And I'm so grateful for this job because I genuinely love what I do. So, you know, I didn't want to get too sappy, so I'll leave it at that. But I hope you guys enjoyed again, and I'll see you guys very soon. I was about to say very soon in my next video. That's my YouTube outro. This is not the YouTube. I mean, this is the podcast. ReaLysst. I'm not gonna lie, I took some pre-workout before filming this, and I'm just really antsy, and like I definitely feel the pre-workout. It's because I have to edit a whole video and it's already like 8 o'clock, so I had to take something to like wake me up because I don't have an energy drink. So anyway, love you. I hope you enjoyed. I've already said this 50 times. All right, y'all, over and out. Bye.